The grand arena of Karth was older than many civilizations. Its stone walls had watched thousands of battles and millions of deaths. Entire species had come here to prove strength. Many never returned home. Above the arena, the crowd filled endless rings of seats. Creatures from every corner of the galaxy leaned forward with hungry eyes. Some had claws gripping the rails. Others clicked their mandibles in anticipation. They all came for the same reason. Blood. At the center platform stood the arena master. He was tall and thin, with silver skin and long black robes that shimmered like shadows. His voice carried across the entire arena without effort. "Welcome, challengers and honored spectators," the crowd roared. The arena master lifted one hand and silence slowly returned. "Tonight we continue a tradition older than most star empires. The rule of this arena is simple. Everyone dies in round one." The audience roared again. They loved those words. For centuries, the rule had never been broken. The first gate opened with a loud metallic crash. A massive warrior stepped into the sand. His body was covered in dark scales, and he had 4 powerful arms. Each hand held a curved blade that gleamed under the arena lights. A Krathian champion. The crowd cheered loudly. Krathians were famous for brutality. Few opponents survived even a few seconds against them. Across the arena, another gate slowly opened. A single human girl walked out. The cheering quieted a little. Humans were still new to the Galactic arena circuits. They were not known as powerful warriors. Soft skin, no claws, no armor. The girl looked young, maybe 20 cycles by human standards. Her dark hair was tied back. She wore a simple grey combat suit with no heavy armor. She looked around the arena, then she yawned. The Krathian warrior screamed and charged. 4 blades spun in deadly arcs as he rushed forward. The human girl stepped to the side. One smooth motion, she grabbed one of the warrior's arms and twisted. A loud crack echoed through the arena. The Krathian stumbled. Before he could react, she struck his throat and then his spine with 2 precise blows. The massive warrior collapsed, face first into the sand. The entire arena went silent. Even the arena master paused. Medical drones floated down and scanned the fallen fighter. The result appeared on the main screen. Dead. The arena master slowly raised his hand. Round 2, the crowd began whispering. The next gate opened. A creature from the volcanic world of Vask stepped into the arena. It stood nearly 4 meters tall, with thick, stone-like skin. Glowing lines of molten light pulsed between its armor plates. It roared and slammed its fists into the sand. The ground shook. The human girl stretched her arms, then she yawned again. The Vask Titan charged forward like a living avalanche, 3 steps before impact. The girl suddenly moved. She rolled beneath the creature and struck the glowing joint behind its leg. The Titan roared and fell to one knee. In the same moment she leaped onto its back and drove her elbow into the glowing seam along its neck. The molten lines shattered. The Titan crashed into the sand with a thunderous impact. Round 3, 2 insectoid hunters entered the arena. Their bladed limbs clicked together as they circled the human from opposite sides. The girl rubbed one eye. The hunters attacked together. She kicked sand into one set of compound eyes, then grabbed the other creature's arm and pulled it forward. Both hunters collided with each other. Seconds later, they lay motionless. Round 4, a poison claw predator from the jungle planet Reth. Round 5, a combat machine with spinning saw blades. Round 6, a gravity-born beast capable of leaping across half the arena. Each opponent fell. The girl moved with calm precision. No wasted energy. No dramatic shouting. Just simple strikes. Broken bones. Crushed nerves. Perfect timing. The crowd began whispering one word again and again. Death. Worlder. Some planets created gentle life. Calm oceans and mild climates. Others forged monsters. Earth was one of those worlds. High gravity, endless predators, violent storms, harsh environments that forced survival through strength and adaptation. Humans came from a death world. By round 10, the arena was louder than ever. The arena master leaned toward one of his assistants, who registered this human dot. The assistant checked the records. Name Mira Hale. Origin Planet Earth. The arena master narrowed his eyes. Round 11 began. A massive war beast from the jungle Moondrax entered the arena. It had bones harder than steel and jaws, strong enough to crush armor. The beast charged. Mira waited. At the last moment, she grabbed the lower jaw with both hands. For a brief moment, the entire arena saw something unbelievable. A small human holding open the mouth of a giant predator. Then she twisted sharply. The jaw snapped. The beast collapsed. Round 12. Round 13. Round 14. Between rounds, Mira sometimes stretched her shoulders or shook sand from her boots. Once she even sat down while the drones removed the previous opponent. The crowd laughed in disbelief. By round 15, the arena master was no longer smiling. He ordered a champion fighter into the arena. The gate opened and an armored warrior from the Iron World Jorak stepped forward. His entire body was covered in heavy combat plating, and each step rang like metal striking stone. He saluted the crowd before charging. This fight lasted longer, nearly a full minute. Massive metal fists smashed into the sand, leaving deep craters. Mira moved like flowing water between the strikes. She jumped onto the warrior's arm and climbed to his shoulders. Her legs locked around the helmet. One violent twist. The helmet cracked. The giant warrior collapsed. Round 16, the arena master ordered a bioengineered predator into the arena. It had 12 limbs and a spear-like tail. The creature lunged with terrifying speed. Mira dodged the first strike, then slid beneath its body and drove her elbow into the base of its skull. The monster fell instantly. Round 17, the arena master now looked angry. He ordered one of the deadliest creatures in the arena vault. The gate opened slowly. A massive four-eyed predator stepped into the sand. Its muscles rolled beneath thick armor like skin. This creature had been bred on a world where oceans boiled and mountains moved. The beast roared and the entire arena trembled. Mira looked at it, then she yawned. The crowd laughed in shock. The beast charged. Sand exploded beneath its claws. Mira ran straight toward it. The collision was violent. Claws slashed. Teeth snapped. She jumped onto its back and gripped the thick fur along its neck. The beast rolled across the arena floor, trying to crush her. She held on. Finally, she released and landed lightly behind it. The creature turned again. She stepped aside at the last moment and struck. One glowing eye, the beast screamed. One final strike to the throat ended the fight. Round 18, the arena fell silent. No fighter in history had reached this round. The arena master slowly stood. He looked down at the human girl, standing calmly in the center of the sand. She brushed dust from her sleeve. Is that all? The arena master had no answer. For centuries, his rule had been absolute. Everyone dies in round 1. But tonight, a human from a death thrall had broken that rule without effort. The arena master finally raised his hand. Victory, the word echoed through the arena. The crowd erupted, with cheers louder than anything the arena had heard in centuries. Mira rubbed her eyes and stretched. Finally, she said, "I was getting sleepy." High above the arena, the stars watched silently, and across the galaxy, a new lesson began spreading among countless species. Never underestimate a human from a death world.